Hello, it's Corey. Hey everybody. Happy Thursday from wherever you are. Jump on, say hello. I'm super excited to share with you my lessons and learnings from my recent experience at the White Tantric Yoga Festival at the Summer Solstice Sadhana in Espanola, New Mexico. So much good stuff. And since then, because it's not just the event, it's how it shapes you, transforms you, and it's still having an impact a week later. So this is actually a week later. I went last Thursday. So I'm going to share this over with my Facebook group. And if you are there, say hello, don't be shy. Let me know where you are joining from. And then I'll get started on today's topic. So last Thursday was the solstice. I drove down to Espanola, New Mexico last Wednesday afternoon. It's about a 7-hour drive. It shouldn't have taken me that long, but I think my idea was I wanted to stop in Taos on the way down and then venture on to Espanola, but didn't quite time it right because I wanted to get there in time to get to the registration tent before it closed so I could make sure I have access to everything. And so I decided just to keep going straight through. But I actually got there at 7:30 and the registration tent was closed. So that was the beginning of my training because everything is training. Not just the training that I signed up for, it's everything. It was the drive down, it was getting there and not being able to register because I, for some reason, decided to wait to register, which was also part of my training, right? So when I got there and I couldn't register, I still was able to set up my tent. I didn't have access to food, and I thought I was going to be stopping in Taos to eat. So I only brought snacks with me. And so, again, part of my training was to drive for 7 hours and then arrive and not have dinner. I mean, I had some snacks, so it wasn't like I'm going to starve or anything. But it all feeds into the experience, right? So I arrive, I can't register, I don't have dinner, so I can't access facilities. So I decided to set up my tent because it's getting dark. I want to make sure I have a place to sleep and I know where my tent is before it gets dark. So I set up my tent and get settled in and think, well, I'll just go to sleep early since there is a yoga class at 4:30 in the morning. It's called sadhana, where you wake up at 4:30 and start chanting and doing yoga as the sun rises. It's a very powerful time of day. So I thought, well, I'll just go to sleep now and wake up for that. But of course, life has other plans. So as I'm trying to go to sleep, the wind is fierce. It's on this huge kind of plateau in the middle of the desert. So the wind is smacking my tent, keeping me awake. And then as soon as that starts to settle, I start hearing people snoring. And this is a huge event. There's probably close to 2,000 people there. And not everyone is camping, but where the campers are, there's a lot of campers. So I could hear people snoring because I'm a very light sleeper. Somehow I finally managed to go to sleep, and then I am promptly awakened at 2:30 in the morning by a group of people walking through the camp, singing and playing guitar. So that was, again, another part of my training. And then at 4:30, like I mentioned, sadhana starts, and I had thought I would go since I thought I'd be asleep earlier, but I decided not to go. But at 4:30, I'm hearing chanting from sadhana. So finally at 6, I decided I might as well just wake up. So all of this in preparation for a 9-hour day of White Tantric Yoga, which I had never done before, which is a crucial part of Kundalini Yoga tradition. And it's super intense, and I've heard stories, lots of stuff gets stirred up, and so I ideally had wanted to be well fed and well rested, but of course that is not what happened. So I wake up and get everything ready and get registered, stand in line to get my place in the White Tantric platform. And so how White Trontic works is it's pretty close, similar to partner yoga, but a lot of the exercises involve looking into someone else's eyes you can blink, but you're ideally not looking away. You're maintaining that contact. So really looking into someone in a way that you probably haven't looked at someone, and nor have you looked at someone for that period of time. So many of our meditations were 62 minutes. A few were 31 minutes. I think there was one for 11 minutes. So it's a pretty long period of time to meditate in general. But then to meditate looking at someone is a whole nother layer of intensity. And what I heard, I was expecting lots of stuff to come up, and I didn't hear a whole lot come up. But towards the end, I started to hear this voice of, everything is perfect. It's all perfect. And my rational mind is like, yeah, I don't think so. There's things I would like to improve in my business and all this chatter going on. But I let it just pass through me. And then yesterday on my coaching call with my mentor, so interesting how this all relates. She asked me, as I was talking about my business and things I wanted to improve, she challenged me and said, you need to stop obsessing about the problem, because that's my default, and you need to ask yourself, how is this all perfect? Because when you change, instead of why isn't it working, why isn't it looking the way I would like it to look, that's not a place of creativity. It's actually a place of creating more stuckness and more doubt and just the cycle of analysis paralysis, right? But if you switch and you ask, how is this perfect? How is all of this perfect? Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever challenge you're experiencing, instead of asking, why is this happening? What am I doing wrong? Why isn't it working? Shift and ask yourself, this is huge. How is all of this perfect? And then anything that comes out, be open to anything that comes out. Don't be attached to like you already think you know why it's perfect. Let whatever comes out come out. So just keep processing. Okay, maybe because of this, maybe because of that. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe this. And then see, as you start to process through all the reasons it is perfect, which ones resonate the most with you. And that way you activate your imagination and your heart and soul, because your imagination is your heart and soul. Your rational mind is wanting to cling to some analysis, some data, some evidence, whereas your imagination doesn't need all of that, and it knows why it's guiding you, where it's guiding you, and why it's perfect. So that is what I would encourage you to do. Hello is to take whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is you're struggling, wherever you're stuck right now, whether that's your business or career or finances, if that is your relationship with your significant other or maybe a family member you're having a hard time with, or whether that's your health and your body, whatever it is, this is what I want you to do, is to stop obsessing about the problem. Because this is exactly what I used to do with my body in relationships. I would just obsess about what I ate, how much I exercised, all this garbage. And in that place, I couldn't heal. And when I let go, did a lot of work to let go and just be with myself and sit in the discomfort and not let it consume me, but let it empower me and see the gift in it. That's when I healed my body issues, my relationship issues, was because I stopped being so attached to the problem. And so it's funny that even though I learned that in other areas of my life, now I get the opportunity to learn it in my business. So it's perfect. So I encourage you to take whatever it is, again, body, health, relationship, career, business, money, whatever it is that's your current thorn in your side, I encourage you to stop being obsessed, fascinated. Fascinated's okay, but being obsessed with it. Change to being fascinated with it. Isn't this interesting? How is this perfect? And then be open to anything that shows up. Don't be attached to any sort of reason why it might be perfect. Let whatever comes out come out. And then another fun thing you can do, another bonus tip is to, whatever it is that's bothering you, and I did this today, super fun, is to activate your inner actor. So, for example, if you're struggling with, let's say, your body, sometimes when you notice the thoughts going through your head, it's a very critical voice saying like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to lose these last 20 pounds. I'm eating better and I'm exercising, but it's still not going anywhere. And you just notice there's a very critical tone to it. So whatever your consistent complaint is, I encourage you to do a little activity, and this is super fun, is to take whatever it is your complaint is and don't try, say the complaint in at least 5 different voices. So say it as surprised, oh my gosh, I'm 20 pounds overweight. Say it as depressed, oh my gosh, I'm 20 pounds overweight. Say it as curious, oh my gosh, I'm 20 pounds overweight. Say it as sad, oh, 20 pounds overweight. And then say it as like curious, I'm 20 pounds overweight. So you start to take the magnitude out of it and you see it's just words. We're the ones that attach the emotion, significance to the words, and that's what starts to wreck our self-worth and starts to create self-doubt and starts to create the spiral of negativity. It's when you can start to see it's just words. I'm the one making it a problem. And when I choose to say, isn't that interesting? Wonder why that's happening for me. I wonder, how is this perfect for me right now? It is amazing. Honestly, magical. It's magical. It just lifts the heaviness. It lifts the compression, the oppression, and allows you to open up to so many possibilities. And it elevates your consciousness so you're able to make decisions and choices from a whole new level of consciousness, which from that place, anything is possible. In the place of, it's terrible, it's not working, not much is possible in that place. Okay, so can't wait for you to try this and tell me how it works for you. And if you are brave enough to share what your challenge is and share how it's perfect for you, I'd love to hear. And I also want to let you know I'm offering a workshop next Saturday that I'm so freaking excited about. It's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna do some dance, some yoga, some meditation, some visualization, some singing, and then we're creating our treasure map of our soul. So what you want the rest of this year to look like and beyond after we activate our magician and our inner artist and let our inner genius create that vision instead of our rational mind creating that vision. It's gonna be amazing. So that's next Saturday in Denver at the Urban Sanctuary. And I also put a link to a visualization to activate your inner millionaire. So activating your prosperity and wealth and your abundance and everything that is your true self. Your true self is abundant. There is no limit. It's all prosperity. It's all possibility. So grab a copy of that if you haven't yet. And I did also put a link if you want to get on the phone and chat and talk about what it looks like to work together. I would love to talk with you about that too. Okay, that is all for now. I will see you all on the flip side. Bye.